Hello everyone. So let's get started. I believe everybody has joined the class. So we have already passed 15 minutes past from like 7 a.m. So let's get started soon. So friends, let's have a bit of introduction. So my name is Shalvi Sharma and I will be gonna to be your instructor for today's class as well as for the whole course. I have a rich experience in Workday and till now I have completed my 6th certification in Workday. So Workday Hcm core, Workday integration, payroll, benefits, and many more. So everyone must be wondering about certifications, but don't worry, guys. You're also going to be certified into all of them gradually as we will move ahead. And Workday is very interesting tool. I'm sure you're gonna to love to work on this HCM technology Workday. So, all right. So before we go ahead, I have a short. Let me introduce about the that we what we are going to cover in this demo. And here, the next slide. So this is our today's agenda that we will going to cover. We'll start with the very basic questions that which we call the what is Workday. Then we will come up with about some a bit of the history. I hope you must be aware about a bit of history about the Workday, but let's discuss also over here. Then I'm going to discuss about some cloud computing technology. As you know, the Workday is in a SaaS-based software. Some other HCM tools we will also discuss, and then I'm going to end up this session with your Q&A sessions. So friends, before I'll start with this agenda, I have a quick short video that I'm going to share with you. I'm going to play it for you. So let's have a look at that. So from that, you want to have an idea that what actually the Workday it is, what actually it does. So I'm going to play it for you. Let me know if you are not able to hear it or not able to see it. Cool. I hope you guys got an idea what actually the workday did, what actually it does. So let's get started. So let's get started with our basic questions. What is workday? And let me define you in very simple terms what it is, what it does do. So friends, workday is an on-demand, you could say, a cloud-based tool for the financial management and the human capital management, or you could say it's a web-based ERP vendor that's specialized in human capital management and financial management applications for a particular organization, for the enterprises. Like they provide a management with a way to oversee your employee data, time tracking, procurement, like expense management and financial accounting of your organizations. So you could say like it is the replacement of your HR, your payroll, and your financial department of your organizations. And it's a complete online management tool from hire to fire. What does it mean? Like for a particular organization, we have government organization, we have private organization, we have like loads of infrastructure organizations, manufacturing organizations. So lots of industries exist into the world, right? So there you hire the people, you fire them. In every industry, this process goes on. If you take an example of an IT sector, if you take an example of banking sector, so everywhere you have customer, everywhere you have some employees for your. Yes, someone is speaking. You guys, please mute yourself. So everywhere you have some like you have to hire the people and you have to fire the people. So from hiring enough people, when once you like you some people have like 10 candidates apply for the job. Out of them, 5 people has cleared till the HR round. Out of them, two have been selected. One has relocated to other locations. Like so from hiring has been hired. After that, one has been fired, has been terminated after the 10 years. One has been moved to the another organization, and one has been promoted in the organizations. So like when a person is being hired into the organization till the termination of the person, till the firing of an employee into the organization is maintaining its payroll, is maintaining its financial part of the organization, is maintaining its time tracking, its expenses. So it's everything. So not only employee data, but also the financial, like other data of the organization is maintained by through the work system. So as I says, it's one of the cloud-based tool. It is one of these cloud computing technology into the world. And if you don't know, cloud computing is the best practice of using the network of the remote hosted internet. Let me define you SaaS in a very simple term. So software as a service, SaaS is a software as a service, one of the cloud computing technology, friends, as a way of delivering application over internet as a service. So instead of installing and maintaining software, you can simply access via internet, freeing yourself from the complex software and the hardware management. SaaS applications are sometimes called web-based software, on-demand software, or the hosted software. Whatever the name, SaaS application run on the SaaS provider server, means on the vendor server, and the provider manage the applications, hardware, software, each and everything. So let me define. I have a picture. Let's go on to the next slide. I'll explain in a better way. So here we have the next slide. So I'm trying to explain you in a very depth way so that you could understand what workday it is. Like workday is in a cloud based on demand. You see, you have been here, SaaS based. It's in a cloud computing technology. So what actually it is? So cloud computing technology. So friends, we have like three technologies. First we called as, just you could say. Second we have the PaaS, platform as a service. Third one we have software as a service. So let's take an example, a software as a service, which is in which uh, you're like, we have three things in like in the IT sector. We have three things here. For example, let's take an example of a laptop. You have your hardware in which you install your operating system. After that, you run some applications like Microsoft. If you have other application like Adobe, PDF, other applications you run over it. So the vendor who only provide the services regarding your hardware, just infrastructure, the services which are provided only regarding to your infrastructure, that is we call as based services, infrastructure as a service. The vendor who provide you platform as well, like Apple also provide you, not only he provide you the infrastructure, he also provide you the um, like operating system services, like a platform he also provide, right? Platform he also provides. So infrastructure plus platform, that the vendor who provide you the platform as well, that we call platform as service. The vendor who provide you everything, like he provide you the infrastructure as a service, he provide you as a platform services. Also, he also provide you the software services, means you also running like services on your operating system, Adobe, Microsoft, other text editors, like other search engines you are installing on your operating system, isn't it? So vendor who provide you application services, you provide your operating services, and the vendor who provide the hardware services, everything they provide, that vendor we call the software as a service. And Workday is one of them. So Workday is one of them. So Workday will provide you each and everything. There you have to don't care about anything. You provide your application services, like every service will be provided by the vendor side. So here we have next slide, the cloud computing you could have seen. So we have like first column we have that called package software. Second column we have the infrastructure as a service. Third one we have platform as a service, and the last one we have the software as a service. So you could see here the vendor who provide. So here we have the role of the client. Here we have the role of the vendor. So we can start with from the infrastructure as a service, in which it says that networking, storage, server, virtualization, means green slide, is managed by the vendor side, whereas the other things like applications, runtime environment, OS environment is managed by the client side, right? So only the services, only the managed by the vendor side is only the hardware. So next we have platform as a service, in which application service, only application and data is managed by the client. And other green slide you can see the, like operating system, server, storage, other things is managed by the vendor side. And the software as a service, everything in that is going to provide by the vendor side. Each and every services will be provided by the vendor side. So Workday is one of them. They are each and everything is going to be take care by the Workday side. So you could see that Workday is an online management tool, so you don't have to take care about the upgradation, you don't have to take care about the maintenance part of the Workday, you don't have to take care about development part of the Workday. So what we do, let you know. So what the overall mission is that it want to make the implement as it is easy it can be. So if some of them have you worked on Workday, that is where, so you could have understand. If you don't, you will understand that when you comes to Workday, because it's very easy to run, it's very easy to configure, and it's very easy to implement for your client. So Workday is a very easy tool, like to learn, and it's a very great tool that come up in the last technology in the ERP systems. Let's talk about a bit of history. I hope you must be aware about these two guys. First, we have Anil Basuri and the David Appel, both are CEO of the Workday. And David Appel was the former CEO of the PeopleSoft Giant, which is right now owned by the Oracle. And he lost the PeopleSoft in 2004. I'm not aware when he lost it, but in 2005, David Appel and Anil Basuri come up together and come up together with a new tool called Workday. In 2005, they have launched this great tool, right? And you could have seen within 10 years, like within a decade, how rapidly it has grown into the market. So Workday is like a Workday uh, overcome the applications of the PeopleSoft. It had something new from the other system, and it's a complete tool that the market was requiring. Let's have a nice slide like that. Yeah. So we also have some other tool into the market, friends, like SAP, PeopleSoft, Oracle, LinkedIn, which is specialized into the recruitment, Constant on Demand, which is specialized into the learning domain, IBM, and some more. So you must be wondering, why should we go for the these other HCM tool if we do have also have these other if we have these other one, why should go for the Workday? So that lets me start, because yeah, let me start why, because Workday has special features that other ERP system does not have. This time into the, because Workday technology is very private, as the David Default already has lost the PeopleSoft, so he has made the Workday very private. You cannot learn it from the YouTube, Google, from everywhere. It is not available. Because they have already used the PeopleSoft. Workday uses a specialized technology behind the scenes, so they are not open that. So it's not an open software. So got it. So let me start with, you see here, Workday technology. This is very funny picture, I know that. So no worries. I got it from somewhere. Here. So let's start. So these are the special feature, friends, that Workday do have. Let's start with the these features. First, we have the object-oriented technology. Second, we have in-memory technology. Third one, we have its interface. Very impressive and very interactive interfaces is do have. Then it's maintenance, how they handle the maintenance. And then it's remote access, how you can access the conditions, implementation variants, and security. Let's discuss one by one. So there are some more. Let's go on to the object-oriented technology. So friends, as you know, Workday is a management tool, online management tool for your HR, for your financial, for your payroll, for your recruitment of the organization, for your time tracking of the employee, isn't it? So it's a complete online management tool. But how we handle? So friends, it's used in object-oriented technology. Everything that you store, everything you deal with it in the Workday is going to be it's in the form of an object. If you have a worker, that information is going to be stored as a worker object. If you have compensation data, it's going to be stored as a compensation object. If you have some other address, so these everything information about the worker, everything information about the organization is going to be stored in the form of an object. And the best part is that these objects links to each other. Worker is linked to position, position is linked to address, job profile. So these object internally link to each other. So like if you are looking for work management level, you here management level is the last object you oversee. So if you're looking for the object worker management level, how you can fetch it? So work object will look for the position object will look for the job profile will look for the management level. This is how the information is going to be fetched. So this is a great technology, and this is how they create a massive structure of an object linking. So because every object linked to each other, management level might be linking to many more other objects. So it's create a massive link into the Workday. So if you find any information, you can find very easily and very quickly, and which is very secure in the form of an object. So don't worry, I'll navigate you, and I'll be providing you demo on the Workday tenant. You will see that worker is an object, its information, everything is stored in an object. Don't worry, I'll show you that. Well, in-memory technology, this is a great part. You don't miss it. So what it is in-memory technology? Let me explain you, friends. In traditional ERP, like PeopleSoft, uh, LinkedIn, yeah, I'll definitely take an example of LinkedIn and some other technology also. It's like in traditional ERP systems, how they handle the data, because data is very crucial, friends. So crucial data, because we are going to deal with a crucial amount of data of an organization, and not only the crucial but also a big amount of data, right? Big amount of it's really big data, right? When I mention it, big data means really big data, because like banking sector, they are going to have number of employees, they are going to have number of customers. If you are taking an example of Google, who is having numerous amount of customer, right? You same when you're dealing with an enormous amount of data, how Workday is going to deal with that? And that's because let me so because with the big data, you deal with the storage, you deal with the shared volume, its analysis, its research. So lots of issues you will face when you come up with an amount of big data, right? So what they use in the memory technology, that we call, that in other terms we call the Hadoop. Well, Hadoop is an open source technology that is introduced by the Google, and the better version of the Hadoop is we call the in-memory technology, that is being used by the Workday behind the scenes to deal with a big amount of data, right? So let me explain that. So what it is in memory technology, friends? Let me explain. Like in traditional ERP, what they used to do, like we have a server, we have database, right? I hope you guys understanding. We have server, we have database, and traditional ERP, what we used to do, we used to fetch the data from the database to the server. I hope I'm having a slide on it. Let me check out. No, no. So in that, we used to move the data from database to server, and then we used to process. And as there is a data movement, that will take time, and that also the data insecurity, right? So that used to take like very large time to process the data when we are going to have a enormous amount of data. So dealing with the database, fetching the data from the database, and fetch it to the server, from the data to server, when we are having enormous data. So that is a very typical task in that case. So what is new in this in memory technology? What we have done, we have placed the server in with the database. Means we have placed both the unit together. Means we have data plus server together, and then we are processing. Means there is no data movement is going to be happen. So we have placed both the unit together. I must be having some video regarding it. Let me share, friends, so that you could have understand how Workday in memory technology is going to be work. Just a second. Yes. So let me share. So here it is. You see here that we have a job, input file is coming, right? Then we have, you see here, data node 1, data node 2, data node 3. Here we have placed the server and the data together. So whenever a task come, like I want to see worker information. So the worker information data will be in the database, and the server is going to process that this task. So whenever some task like that is come up, so how this is going to be processed. So here I'm going to play it. This is a very quick video. Let me play it again. Cool. And this had technology we call the in-memory technology when we have the data plus logic together. So that's a great technology. I hope you got it. The in-memory technology, how we process the data when we have data plus the server, when we have server unit and data logic together, and then they process the data. Got it. Let's move on to the next slide. I'll come up on this one. Implementation areas. So friends, these are the implementation areas we have, like benefits, payroll, time tracking, HCM integration. There are many more. Let me discuss more. One more, Workday students. So no other technology like SAP, people have introduced this one. So not only for the enterprises, sector, banking sector, we are going to implement this Workday for them, but we also implement Workday for the universities and the colleges. This module has been introduced in the Workday 25th version of the Workday, and right now we are the Workday 28th, and it is in progress. It is not fully developed, but it has been introduced into the Workday. This is a great idea that Workday has come up. So next we have just a second. Yeah, so here are the complete work implementation areas. You see human capital management, payroll, financial, benefit networks, talent management, time tracking, work decision management, learning and recruiting. You have seen that Workday providing every implementation areas, like LinkedIn is which specialize into recruitment, constant on demand, which is specialized into the learning management system, right? So Workday is specialized in every domain, so you can so there is lots of implementation areas so you can do it. So every domain is provided by Workday. So it is not specialized specifically for HCM, for payroll, but it's providing each and everything right here. So this is a tool I believe. So again here, let's discuss about some market. So here, so Workday has 11% of the market in 2016 December, and you see here on demand, which is 3%, ADP 4%, I 5, LinkedIn 6, Oracle 6, Ultimate Software 7. Yeah, this is from the market. Yeah, that was in a quick slide. So next we have here partners. Very important slide. So friends, you must be hearing about the certification concept and some other concept that how we can do the work. So Workday partners that helps the Workday to implement the Workday for their clients. So Workday has more than 700 plus partners across the world, and which I'm showing here, these are the titanium partners. So Accenture, Deloitte, Capgemini, IBM, CSC, GNI, Mercer, Aon Hewitt. These are like titanium partners of the Workday, which implement the Workday for their clients, right? So you can get a test with them. You will be very lucky. Well, the biggest achievement for the Workday that it has been achieved the #1 highest customer satisfaction this year, and it has been like it has been introduced in the Forbes magazines from like. So Workday having like 20 Workday till Workday 27 was having 90,000 customer across the world, from the very small to the biggest one. Workday homepage. This is the interface look like very blue and white, like a very interactive page. Don't worry, I'll walk you through that one. I'll walk you through. I will walk you through the homepage. You see here. So friends, yes. Did I miss something? Yes, I missed something. Let me go back. There, I have missed some parts. Yes, I have discussed object-oriented technology. I have discussed in-memory technology also. Interface, I'll walk you through. Let me discuss the maintenance part. So as I said, Workday is a SaaS-based server, so you don't have to. So client doesn't have to take care about the maintenance. So maintenance will be done by the Workday, where here as in the other technologies. So maintenance can't have to pay some cost, some extra cost for the maintenance. This is not a headache over here. So everything a headache is no Workday. Workday will take care of the overall headache from the client. So next is remote access. So Workday is very as is the online management tool. You can access it from laptop, desktop, iPad, Android, from anywhere, anytime. So this is cool. Upgradation, well, very important part. So Workday introduce about at least 2 or 3 upgradations once in a year. So right now we are on the 28th version of the Workday. You might be on the Workday 29 till September, and till the end of the year you will might be on the Workday 30th. So Workday, this is the a single. Let me tell you. So how Workday upgrade? So it's in a core. It's in a like a version of a single line code. So how Workdays goes rapidly upgrade its version. This is a great. This is an achievement of one single code line. I don't know how they do that, but this is behind the scene that they deal with the upgradation part. And the best part is that a single version of the Workday exists when across all the customer, all the partners, with every customer on the same version of the customer on the of the Workday. Every customer input moves forward product forward for the good of everyone else. Like no customer left behind when Workday is updated. And it's the power of one code line and one version and the one customer community that's allowed to a customer to share the ideas. So what I'm trying to say here, like a single version of Workday exists all the customers when Workday is upgraded. So right now we are on the 28th, when Workday is going to upgrade to 29th, then everybody will be on the same page. Everybody will be on the same version of the Workday. So no customer left behind when it's going to be updated. Whereas if we compare to the other technology, client has to get back, like in the SAP, in the Oracle, client has to get back to the vendor that I want to upgrade my software to the higher version, and client has to pay some time extra cost for that, which is a time taking process, like 6 months or 1 year they have upgraded. Till then the vendor introduced the other version and client left behind. So uh, for in that case, in the other technology client, all the clients will not be on the same version on the same day. But in the Workday, every will be on the same page, every will be on the same version of the Workday when it's going to be upgraded. And this is the task, this is the headache of Workday, right? So this is the best part. Language support. If language like Workday support more than 240 languages, so you can customize your Workday, you can customize your Workday into your local language. If you're Japanese, if a customer from the Japan, you can customize your Workday in Japanese, Chinese, Italian, German, in whatever. This is again a big feature of Workday. Implementation area I have introduced to you, security. Security, very important point again. So friend, as I said, Workday is not an open source technology. It is very exclusive to your to the Workday customer and the partner. So it's not an open source technology. You cannot learn it from everywhere. So as they have already used the PeopleSoft, and so now they are taking care about the security. As we are dealing with the uh, employee crucial data, organization financial part, employee payroll part, and time tracking data, which is all crucial to us. So Workday, first of all, other things is deal with the security. If you got in any project, so you have to install like encryption in your system. You have to like you don't have to, like, you will come up with a complete procedure of security that Workday follows. They will introduce to you, to the client, to the partners. When once you start implementing, you will come up with that how Workday is dealing with the security, how much they are concerned about the security part. So let's move on. Here, so Workday tenant access. So friend, here you will get the material, you also will get the tenant access. So here, huge material for your course, for your HCM, for your iLoad, for your IB, for indication core, advanced integration, and each and every material you will get in a precise manner. Not only that, you will also get a tenant access for the practice. So this course will be covered in the 45 days, 2 hours daily. I'll try to cover it as soon as possible for you. So here is we have the course detail. You see here, so HCM, I'm going to cover the Workday HCM part, human capital management first. For a week, then we have HCM practical, iLoad, Workday functional part. Then the integration core, in which I'm going to cover your EIB, your core connector, your other things, your XSLT part, which is going to take me about a week also. Then I'm going to cover benefits, payroll integration, and the studio integrations. I also cover the Workday reporting in between that. So I'll send you the course. Here we have, like, I'll start with that. EIB and many more. Cool. If you have anything for me,